We'll just grab them. Yeah. Do you want to let him go or grab him? Yeah, we'll go. Grant.
Congratulations, Deputy Prime Minister.
Tova, you're getting well ahead of yourself.
Do you want the job?
Oh, look, those are matters that are going to be discussed in the caucus room now. I haven't got anything to say about them.
Do you think you're doing a good job?
I'm just not going to talk about any of those things today.
Are you going to retain the finance?
Well, we'll see what happens.
Grant, who are you voting for in the third of the year?
I haven't actually decided yet. Have you got any recommendations, Ben?
I would never speak to
I know that I'm very fortunate to live near Zealandia, and we have both kaka and kiraru up at home at the moment, which is great.
Labour elect their minister. Can you tell us about that process? Will the Prime Minister be presenting essentially a list to be voted on?
Again, we don't talk about what happens in caucus, but obviously, the Prime Minister plays a very important role in deciding our portfolios, and I'm sure you'll hear from her shortly.
But has that vote system changed now? Because it was always a convention.
Oh, no, the system is still the change, but I think I saw on social media in the weekend one of our more experienced MP, Trevor Mallard, talk about, in his memory, there only ever been one occasion where what the Prime Minister wanted didn't happen, and that was a pretty famous one for everybody.
You're right, Central MP, there's a new Wellington MP, Mana, but she could possibly find a way into the executive?
As I say, all of these matters will be discussed in here, and I feel like we've reached the end of that conversation.
Do you have a principled view on whether MPs should concede seats if they've lost them before the special votes come in?
Not particularly. I mean, different circumstances apply in different places, both in terms of the size of an on-the-night majority, the number of special votes. So I think it would very much depend on the circumstances.
Is it a bit arrogant not to concede?
No, not particularly. It would depend on the circumstances. All right. Thanks.
Sorry, guys. That would be the coolest school group to be on. We'd love to see the actual ones come through. Kelvin Davis, are you retaining
Sorry, look.
Are you going to be Deputy Prime Minister?
So I have made the decision not to seek the role of Deputy Prime Minister, but I will look to remain as Deputy Leader of the Labour Party. From the outset, the Prime Minister has said that it is my decision and my decision alone. But I came into politics for two reasons. One, to represent Te Tai Tokerau, and the other, to make a difference for Māori. And that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'll continue to do. So, I'll make further comments at the stand-up later on.
Why have you decided to stand aside?
Oh, like I said, I've come into Parliament for two reasons, for two purposes. One is to represent Tai Tokerau, the other is to make a difference for Māori.
Doesn't it make sense, though, for you to be Deputy Prime Minister if you're Deputy Leader of the Labour Party?
Well, we do have a very big caucus, 64 members, and it will take a lot of management around the needs of our backbench, and I'm happy to play that role and allow whoever is Deputy Prime Minister and, of course, the Prime Minister to fulfil their duties. But I see myself as being supporting the wider caucus.
When did you let Jacinda Ardern know?
Did Jacinda Ardern offer you the role?
Yes, I spoke to her before the election, of course, about the possibility of the Deputy Prime Minister's role coming up. And she said, look, it's my decision alone, but wait until after the election to make that decision. It is now post-election, and I have made the decision.
Sorry, an obvious contender for Deputy Prime Minister.
Te katoa. Taku hakaritinga, kia kaua e whai te tūranga o te Premier Tuarua. Ko nā te Premier I mea mai ki a hau, māku ana he te whakaritinga, engari me taiho mā muri ake I te pōtitanga. Nā ko oti te pōtitanga, ko taku whakaritinga, kia kaua e whai taua tūranga o te Premier Tuarua, engari kia whai tonu I te kai arahi tuaru o te rōpū reipa.
Ono te marua o rau o ngā kai pōti Māori pōti mo te pāti reipa, ka pēhea mō rātou ki te rongo I tēnei pūrongo?
E hari kona hau te kaha tautoko o te ao Māori ki a mātua te rōpū reipa, engari mohiana rātou tēnei kaupapa te rangatiratanga, nā kui whakaritea mōku anake, kia kaua e whai I tēnei tūranga, kia whai rānei I te tūranga tuarua o te rōpū reipa.
Who will you be supporting to be Deputy Prime Minister?
I'm not going to comment on that. The caucus will make that decision.
Did you get any elevation of your Māori caucus into cabinet in exchange for you stepping?
Very shortly, everybody will know what our who got what in the caucus. So
But was there
we'll
any
leave it there.
discussion with the Prime Minister?
I'm not going to go into what our discussions were.
Has the Prime Minister done enough for the Māori caucus with this reshuffle?
I think we're very happy with the reshuffle, but I'll leave my conversation.
Can't you make a difference for Māori as Deputy Prime Minister?
Oh, look, I just want to really be able to focus on my new roles, and I'm very excited and looking forward to them. But I'll leave the comments here until after. Thank you.